Welcome to another episode of Like a Chef. Let's get right into it. So, just so you know, for those who are all new, this is where we come in and we start to take restaurant style cooking, bring it into home style cooking. That way it's easy. So let's get into it. Welcome in for all those coming in. I appreciate you guys being here. We're waiting for the first 5 minutes until a lot of people show up. I got a new little sign right here. Hopefully that doesn't take too much space up. But yeah, kind of get some negative space. But welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you guys. So today we're doing one of my favorites. We're doing Gringos tacos. And what better way? Usually we've done breakfast stuff. So today we are going to do something a little different today. We're going to do lunchish, dinnerish type stuff. So let's get right into it. So I was kind of already going into cutting it and not going to do a video, but I figured I might as well do a video. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's what we're going to start doing. Start being on point about it. At least get it out for an hour or so. So welcome in for everyone who's joining in. First thing we do, put this down. We're going to go wash our hands. So yeah, for all those coming in now, this is where we come in. Welcome in first person and get everything set up. That way we can kind of, let a couple people slow roll in. So for the first 5 minutes, we're just going to talk, get some stuff together, and make it happen. So we got our dry towel already. And we'll get another towel for a wet towel as always. All right. Yeah, remember, wet towel, dry towel station. That way it's easier for you to remember, to wash your hands, do all that fun stuff. So, today we're going to do, instead of doing coffee, we're just going to do some melon fresca, all right? Basically, that's going to be a little bit of a fresh treat for the summertime. It's a little hot right now, so basically it's all just fresh watermelon. Welcome in, first person, appreciate you. Fresh watermelon inside of the juicer or smoothie or anything like that. Burr it up a couple times and you got some nice fresh watermelon juice. So it's going to get a little loud for a second. I hope you guys don't mind. Here we go. Make sure that thing lid's on tight. Boom, here we go. Make sure there's a little bit of water you'll see too. So nice quick pulses, that way we're getting it. And if it ever gets stuck like that where you have those big chunks, again, if it's on headphones or anything, guys, just kind of turn the sound down. And you'll want to crush it. Never put your fingers in there, because that's when you start losing fingers like I did, Welcome in. Hey, I appreciate the first like, you guys. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If not, no worries. But yeah, so you just kind of crush up some of this stuff if it ever gets stuck, right? Take a little knife, get in there, and then it's going to get a little loud, guys, so here we go. And you can always take it, shake it. Oh, make sure you got the top on. Welcome in, 13 people already. Appreciate you guys. We're making some melon fresca right now, so it's going to get a little loud for a couple seconds. Here we go. Shaking it gets that little extra bit of whir in there. So hey, I apologize, you guys. What's up, Stevie? Appreciate you guys. Today we are doing gringo tacos. So doing a little bit of a different twist. We've been doing breakfast a lot. Now we're going to do a little bit of juicing, a little bit of that. So get some of this juice going. You can always use a juicer. I usually have this. So here we go. And there you go. Once you get those big chunks, it's all taken care of. A couple more words to get it all mixed up. And there you go, guys. You got a nice, fresh drink. Instead of having to go and buy a smoothie for like $5, $6, $7, $8, $10, boom. Nice, fresh watermelon juice. Oh, look at this here. We're going to do the classic pour, right? Always get your mason jar. Look at that. Nice and frothy and good. And again, with this smoothie maker, I can use this, and it has a lid on top of it, and I can just put it and take it to go. But now I can just do a little bit of dishes, right? Spray it off. Always keep your dishes all clean as you go. And there you go. Pretty much all clean, right? And we'll just keep it to the side. That way it's not like gaining any like nastiness on the sides. Family asking for help. Can someone please spare? No, dude. Sorry, Donta Jackson. We not quite there yet, but let's just focus on cooking, and then you can save your money for later. You know what I mean? So here we go. Nice fresh watermelon juice. You can cut a couple pieces of ice in there. Okay. Get your bag of ice. Always buy in bulk, guys. That way you can have it all ready. Take a little bit of your cubes. Boom. Now we've got, and you can add rum, you can add vodka, you can do whatever you want. I added a little bit of vodka, so, you know, let's not tell the fam, but look at that. Nice. Nice color on that. Nice and fresh for a hot day. All right, let's try it. Yeah, and you can add a bunch of different types of melons or different types of veggies and vegetables and stuff. You don't really need a juicer. You get all that stuff. And look at this. Easy cleanup. Boom. Ready to go. All right. So now we have our drink for when we're cooking. All right. We'll do a little bit over, sticking up all the room. All right. So this is just, instead of making coffee, this is what we're going to do. So cheers to you guys. And you always want to do that because, like, if you buy a big melon, like, you'll get less than this for, like, $5. If you buy a big melon, it's about the same price, and then you get 2 or 3 times as much. So check this out. What up, everybody in the chat? Appreciate you guys being here. Again, anytime you want to go out to eat and stuff, like, you got to remember, like, you can do this all at home instead of having to spend a bunch of money. And again, I'm just coming over, hitting my dry towel, hitting my wet towel, right? Boom. Good to go. Yeah, if you guys like the video, please like, subscribe. If not, no worries. Just keep on enjoying it. All right, let's get into it. So, what I always tell everybody, I've already washed my hands. The most important part is to get everything in front, right? So get everything all at once, and then you have everything in front of you, and you don't have to keep going back and forth, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do gringo tacos, and we're going to cook the meat first. We're going to cut up all the veg and stuff, and then we're going to basically just put them all together on that, and then we'll have a bunch of them that are put together. You'll have basically the tacos right here, and you'll have all the side stuff, and you'll have it all nice and warm. Take a couple, build it as you go, and then boom, ready to go. All right, so let's get it. Shout out to all you guys being in here right now. So we got our ground beef already thawed, right? I have some patties, and again, this is where cross utilization comes in, right? So you buy in bulk, and you get one of these guys, right, from like Costco, and it comes with like 10, 15 of them, and you can use them for like ground beef for tacos, ground beef for hamburgers, ground beef for stroganoff, ground beef for just any dishes that you want to do. So buying in bulk makes a difference. So yeah, freezing it and doing proper like management and stuff is really important. So, all right, so we got our meat, right? Put it to the side. And then we're gonna grab some olives. Again, this is just whatever you guys want to put in. Like if you have a bunch of extra stuff at your house, it doesn't have to be lettuce, tomato, onion, you know, like cilantro every time. It could be whatever you have on hand, right? So I've got some canned olives that we opened up recently. I got our hamburger patties that were thawed. Then we got a nice half of an onion right there, right? And proper storage makes it so that you guys can have a better amount of time to use it, right? Because if you don't, yeah. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. What the heck, gnarly? That's me, yeah. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll totally answer them. So, yeah. So we have our juice. We have our olives, right? Onion, meat. What else do we need? We need tortillas. And again, these are the same tortillas that I was using the last time, properly stored, right? You buy 2 of these big old things for like $5, $6, $7, $8 or something like that at Costco. Costco card will make a difference for you guys. So we got our tortillas, right? We got all of our veg. And you just like want to pilfer, right? Look inside your fridge. Boom. We got some shredded cheese, again, Costco. A lot of that stuff's being used from the last time we were doing it. And then, yeah, if you see anything else, you can add it, but if not, that's fine. I think that we're good. And then a smart idea is instead of buying limes, buy these guys. Okay? So what really happens is you shout out to the Scooby-Doo comment, man. Yeah, you know, he became a chef. He had to feed himself. You know what I mean? So shout out to me being called Matthew Lillard. That's hilarious. So yeah, grabbing this instead of grabbing a bunch of limes will make a big difference because then you can keep this for longer and you can just do that like that. Okay? Alright, so always make sure you have a nice clean area. Everything's clean, separated, right? Our spice rack's over there. And we'll see if we have, again, we have a spice racks over here. Looks like we do not have, oh, we are lucky. See? Come over to our spice racks, right? Everything properly stored. And boom, hopefully this isn't ranch. Yep, fajita seasoning, right? Using taco seasoning, fajita seasoning, anything like that. But anytime you use it, see what we do? Keep it in a Ziploc bag, right? Ready to go. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this fine, beautiful day. That's ranch. Okay, so we'll put that away, and that's stroganoff. All right, so always having these ready. We'll make it so that you have, oh look, here's another one. Original taco. Yeah, less than $1 for one of these, and you can make some really good stuff. All right. Other than that, guys, I think we have everything. Honestly, we could, you know, if you guys wanted to, you could add some beans. You know what I mean? Do a side of rice in a pot cooker. I mean, Mark, that's all you. Yeah, dude, I appreciate you. No, hey, I'll take it as I can get it, man. I just appreciate the people being here, man. A joke is a joke, whether it's a joke or not a joke. So I appreciate you. But yeah, so you got the beans, right? You put that on the side, get in a little pot. You can do that as well. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go straight for the tacos. Again, having everything organized and stuff is going to make a big difference because then you're going to be able to work efficiently instead of having to take forever, you know what I'm saying? So, what is that green? Oh, that's a smiley face. Okay, so the next part is we pick our tools, right? Which one of these do we use? Well, I like to use it. This one's usually my favorite, but we're going to use this, okay? 12-inch right there. And I know the guys are going to go crazy for the 12-inch. And so we're going to put these away. That way we have a nice clean station to use. Alright, so we got our 12-inch out. Here we go. Right, we go straight to our, and you want to let your meat sit out for a little bit. Right? So what happens is if you have it cold, it's going to take longer for it to cook, and it won't suck up those juices as much. If you put it in while it's a little loose, you'll have a chance of getting all those juices out really good, simmering all that flavor into it. So about a pound of, you know, it depends on how much meat you want to use. We have these 3, and you always want to make sure you smell them. Make sure they're not too colored or anything like that, right? So usually on the outside, you'll see oxidation. Basically, this is just the air hitting that, and you want to look for a green, and this is brown, so this is totally fine. And you want to smell it, that way it still smells good. If it smells off, like, don't use it, okay? So again, see, this was next to the patty, so it's still got oxidation around it, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. That just means that it's been sitting there for a couple days, and then it's probably got some air that's been hitting it, right? So we take them, smell them, right? Make sure they're all good. And always using one clean hand and one dirty hand. That way you aren't touching things and getting them all dirty, right? Smelling it. Yep, smells good. Again, still got that oxidation, but it's still good. Okay? It's really more about the smell than anything. And then this one, I think we're good. We're just going to make 2 of them, and we're going to save it. And then again, this can go for a hamburger for dinner, or this could go for anything for you guys later, you know? And right there, washing our hands off. Welcome in, everybody. Over 50 in so far. Appreciate you guys. And again, having a nice clean area makes a big difference, guys. Coming back here, washing your hands off, right over to your dry towel, boom. And we're not getting anything all dirty or anything like that, okay? So, taking our meat, you guys can see pretty well, all right. And eventually when we get bigger and we get to 500, that's what I'm aiming for, is 500. Once we get bigger, I can have another camera coming up here. You can have multiple angles. And then I also have a hookup on another kitchen that's bigger too, so another one. So, tools, boom. This is what you want to do. You want to have a tool for every different type of situation, right? This is for pasta. This is for, you know, sauces that you don't want all the sauce on, or maybe you want some, you know, sausage, whatever. And again, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. But yeah, having the right tools for the right things makes a big difference, because then you're not using multiple things and making multiple dishes. So what we're going to do, this one's more of a, we're going to go for the medium-sized one, right? It's nice and flat. We're just going to use it to kind of get all the meat chopped up. And again, watching your temperature is going to be a good thing. And we're not adding the sauce yet, or the seasoning, right? So you can see it's getting really hot, and you can hear it's getting loud. What you want to do is just crush it all up. And having it that it's not, when it's room temperature, it makes it easier for you to be able to mash it up. Because if it's still frozen, if it's still refrigerated, that means it's going to be hard to crush up and take longer. So yeah. Okay. And while that's going, always what I do is I'll take this, and instead of dirtying another dish, I'll just take my paper towel, boom, ready to go. That way it doesn't contaminate the board. Alright, so while that's going on, put this to the side. What we're going to do is we're going to get our chopping block. And I like to have one on top of the main cutting board, just in case I need to use it, right? So you can use either side. I like to use the one that's been used, already been cleaned. What happens is you'll have some that's like gets grease and whatnot. Boom, flip it to the other side. We've already used that a couple times, so it is what it is. All right, so again, we got our nice clean mat, right? We're gonna go into cutting our veggies. And so you grab your plate, put it off the side. Again, you can do more. You can do like shredded lettuce. You can do onions. You can do olives. You can do guac. Excuse me, guys. You can do avocado. You can do a bunch of different stuff. Whatever looks and sounds good on yours, cilantro, go for it. You know what I mean? Some queso fresca, anything like that. So back to our cheers, guys. Look at that. Nice and frothy. Yeah, add a little rum or tequila to that, bro. That's good to go for the day. All right, back over here, give it a flip. And that way it's nice and instead of seized up, take it slow and low, crushing it out, crushing it out, crushing it out. That way it gets into nice little crumbles. That way you can fit it into each of those tacos. Because what we're going to do is we're going to fill up the tacos and then we're going to put them to the side and then people can just grab as you need it, okay? All right. So I'll show you guys a little trick with olives, right? What you do is you grab, or grape tomatoes or anything like that, right? What you do is you grab one of these guys, and there's a soft side and there's a hard side. Put the two top sides like this, and what you'll do is take all your, and this only usually works for like halving it and whatnot, but what you can do, boom, there you go. Look at that. I'll show you guys really quick. They're all right there, and it has that slit that you can go in right there. Hey, baby, I ain't broke, man. I'm a chef by trade, Bubba. What is it, Chris Hansen? Oh, shout out to Chris Hansen in the chat, man. Yeah, no, I ain't broke. I'm just not rich. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. And then there you go. Look at that. Easily sliced. Boom. Yeah. Just one, instead of doing one at a time, just boop, right there. If you guys missed that, we'll do it again, right? So you come over here, take some of them, and again, you're using the top, the side that would hit the fridge, not the side that would hit the food. You take the other half, right? Got that middle part. And then you always be careful. You want to have your hands flat away from it. And then boom. Just making sure that when you're cutting, your hand doesn't get in the way. And then there you go. Look at that. Easily sliced for you guys instead of having to do it all by one. So, boom. There you go. And then again, you know, you have your extras. You put it all away. Always clean while you're going. That way at the end, it's easy for everything to be just thrown away. You can just enjoy your food, right? We take these two. And all we can do is really, we didn't do much to them. You can just wash them off, sponge them down, and you're good to go. All right. Yep. Chef at McDonald's, man. Shay Mickey D, baby. You know it. Yep, nothing but the best for you guys. Alright, there you go. So then what you'll do is you'll turn it up and you'll notice you're going to get a lot of that grease in there. What you want to do is you want to try and get that grease to be kind of calmed down and put into it. So what you want to do is turn up the heat, and a lot of that will reduce down and it'll pull into the meat, and that's when you put the little bit of water and a little bit of that sauce in there, or the seasoning in there, and oh man, just makes an amazing saucy type taco. And again, this is all stuff you guys can do at home. If I'm doing it in this tiny ass kitchen, you guys have no excuse. Instead of going and spending $20 to $30 on each of the people that you live with, you know, make these at home and spend $20 all day long. So, give that flip. Making sure all of it's getting browns and even, right? And again, it's going to look like brown and nasty, but again, that's where we're going to add the color and add the seasoning into it, right? That way it's not just raw, or not raw, unseasoned meat. And again, we're just getting all those big chunks and just bringing them down so that we make this like nice, gooey, ooey, tasty, seasoned taco meat. Because if you chunk it, you're just going to get big pieces and you're going to get big gaps of like unflavored meat. And you don't want that. You want nice, tiny pieces so that each of it becomes like almost like a, almost like if Taco Bell was actually good. See that? And all we're doing is just taking the back of it and having the right things for the right stuff, right? Okay. And then we can go back and come over here. We got our olives ready. And I'm just going to do basic ones. Looks contaminated. Yeah, well, I mean, Chris Hansen, you'd know about contaminated, wouldn't you, buddy? Yeah, no. The difference between a home chef and a restaurant chef is the cleanliness. And if you don't work in a clean station, dude, you don't have a job there for much longer. So you gotta make sure you work clean, be clean. A lot of home chefs, cooks, because they think they're chefs. A lot of home chefs, basically, or cooks, they don't know how to properly wash their hands, sanitize their stations, and stuff like that. And so what happens is you get cross contamination. They'll use chicken for the same board as the chicken without cleaning it, and then they'll end up cutting veggies on it. So it's pretty crazy. So again, really, if you want to do slices, if you want to do different stuffs, it's up to you. I like to just take it, cut it in half, right? Take that core, and you can always do different ones, right? So like you can do long shreds, or you can come over here and you'll cut it on the root base right here, and then spin it, and always tuck in your hands, tuck in your fingers. That way that knife never goes past it, and you'll know I can look at you and not cut myself. See? And then you can have some nice chopped. Boom, ready to go. And all we need to do is just put the seasoning together and then make the tacos, and we're good to go. Put these in the fridge, that way they're nice and chill. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, appreciate you, over 100 in. Appreciate you guys being here. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. If not, no worries. Please just enjoy. All right. And again, since you got it over to this part, bring down the heat. Right? You want to flip it a little bit, get that crispiness. See how it's got that crispiness? You want that crispiness, right? And then boom, just smash the shit out of it. And leaving your thing on there like I did, you got to be careful because the flame will hit and it'll melt it onto that. Thankfully it didn't, but it'll also make it hot. So again, we're not using this side, we're using the rounded side. And if you pop anything out, throw it in the sink. Okay. And then just getting all those pieces nice and crispy. Right, still nice and cooked on the outside, but like still nice and juicy on the inside, right? Hey, I'm one day, man. You could I could be your private chef. You never know. And again, this is where you like enjoy your drink, right? Look at this, guys, nice and frothy. Add a little bit of fucking tequila or rum or something, and just enjoy yourself, man. All right. So what I would do is I'd take the heat off, right? Because this is what you're looking for. Nice, crispy, brown, also kind of caramelized. You see that? Nice and crispy. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of this, you're going to bring it down the heat to like a small simmer, right? Very low. You're going to take a little bit of water, right? Just a little bit of water. Maybe like, I don't know, a half a cup at most. And what you're going to do is you're going to make a sauce out of it. So you'll take that fat and that water is going to make like an emulsion. And it's going to pop a little bit, so be ready for it. But that's why you add this on top of it. Right? Look at that. And you'll see it's powdered, right? And so what you do, crank up the heat. Spin it around. Give it some tosses. Right? When you crank up that heat, it makes it so that it's easier for things to flip. If it's a low heat, it's hard for it to flip because the heat's not there. So you'll do, toss it, and then get your in-between, right? If it looks a little dry like that, add just a little bit more water. That way you're making a nice creamy type covered meat. And then you're just going to make this awesome sauce. And then what you can do is just like crank it down a little bit, right? Keep the heat up. And you'll see it looks better, right? It doesn't look as dry. Boom, there we go. Couple of tosses. Ooh, yeah, that's looking good. It smells good, guys. I wish you could smell this. And then what we're going to do is just let it sit for a hot second. Oh. And again, once we're done with the station, clean it up. Wipe it down, get it in the dish, wipe your hands. Again, having the wet and the dry, right? We got our wet station, and we got our dry station. Boom. Any type of like chicken or veggies or anything like that, boom, right back to it. That's the difference. Having that like stations makes a big difference for how you're able to get cooking out real quick. So there you go. You can hear it's got that sizzle. Look at that. Almost glazed on there. Nice. All right, and that heat is done. So we'll take our infamous Christmas bowl. We're doing all red today. Okay. And I'll show you guys what happens when you guys have... Oh, lost a piece. I'll show you guys what happens when you have a very good, and again, don't pick anything up off the floor and eat it, right? Always throw it away. That shit ain't good. There is no 5-second rule, all right? That shit is trash, okay? So again, we only have 2 dishes, and so we have our cutting board, our knife, which our knife is pretty much clean, just whoop. All right, done. We got a spatula over there. We got this pan. Now I'm going to show you guys something. If you have a really good stick, non-stick, watch this. Take a paper towel. And then just like have it up against something. Just rub it out. And you can add some soap and water, but don't ever use like a sponge or anything abrasive. Because what will happen is it'll take off that Teflon. Okay? Look at that. All done. There's your cleaning that you guys complain about. There's a 5-second rule, but it only works if you believe in it. Yeah. Yeah, I've got some horror stories, you know. Like, I've seen a lot of that. Shout out to you guys, over 100 people in here. Yeah, no, there's some horror stories of people throwing wings and stuff that back in the fryer and serving it. But there you go. There's your meats, right? All right. So now we got that. And again, we have this ready. You could save the juices and stuff, which I probably should have done. But this is what we're going to use. So, what do we use? Butter or oil? Which would you guys use? I'll let you guys choose. Because I'll tell you what I would use. Alright, and then again, we're cleaning as we go. I only eat stuff off my own floor. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, honestly, if you know where it came from, then yeah, maybe, and you're not serving anyone. And you'll notice, look, all the fuzz. So you'll take a, like, you guys, this is the best part. Take a little bit of our metal straw. Oh yeah, you guys, look at that. Nice and frothy. Yeah, if you guys had some like liquor or some tequila or something like that, dude, add that in there. Oh yeah. Dude, that is good on a hot day, man. And it is hot here, so. So, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know, oil is the best one to do, right? Now you could do it right here, and I'll show you guys both ways, right? You can make the gringo tacos by frying them, which is what we're gonna do, or you can just stop here and do a couple of tacos like this. I'll show you really quick. So if you really want a good authentic taco, take one of your tortillas, right? This will be all my Mexican homies will know this trick from their parents. Boom, right onto the flame, right? Let it go, and then you crisp it up that way. And then boom, you pull out your onions and whatnot. And again, this is when it comes into having like, you know, those quick hands and whatnot. But yeah, there you go. Woo! Shout out to anyone who remembers their mom and dad doing this shit, man. And then again, boom, ready to go, right? Grab your fork. And all our station is ready, right? Turn this off. And then all you do is just boom, right into it. And then you can add sour cream, you can add anything you guys want, man. What we're gonna do, take a little bit of this, a little bit of onion, a little bit of the olives. Oh yeah, this is looking good. Take a little bit, I think we got some sour cream in here. Boom. Do a little bit of sour cream on there, right? Oh yeah, this is gonna be good, guys. Hell yeah. And then just a little bit of lime. Boom. Right there. Best soft tacos right here. And this isn't the gringo tacos. This is just like what if you know, again, this is kind of like cilantro and lettuce and tomato would be perfect. But again, whatever you guys want. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And then just dig in. Cheers, guys. Mmm. Good. Less than a half hour in. 20 minutes of talking to you guys. Probably make those in less than 10 minutes. Make a bunch of those for you guys. Dude, that's fire. Mm-hmm. Nice and fresh. And all the things that you need on it. Alright. So we're going to put this to the side. That was really good, guys. Oh, man. I apologize. I don't like to eat while I'm on stream, but I wanted to just show you guys. I know some people... Oh, I forgot the cheese. I forgot the cheese, you guys. Nah, it's all good. We'll show you on the next one. Alright. So having all your stuff ready. Let's get out of the way. Alright. What we're going to do is have our taco shells right here. Oil right here. Put these back here. And the meat's right there. And then we'll take a plate right here. And what you want to do is have a landing pad for those guys. Alright, so all the excess drip goes on here. Alright, and then we'll take our 12-inch pan. We'll get into it. You want to do like a medium-low heat, just to start. That way you can get a hold of it. You know, when you're first starting, like start on a low heat, and then that way you'll get a little bit of that oil, right, and then switch it. That way you can kind of get used to the first ones, and then you'll be really good by like the second or third ones. Not a lot, right? Just enough to kind of crisp those. Take 2 of your tortillas, offset them to the sides, right? Just like that. And then what you'll do is you'll take your meat, boom, and just fill it up. And only fill it about halfway on 1/2 shell, because you're gonna flip them. Okay, so only do it on half the shell. And then again, it depends on how much meat you want. If you just want a meat and cheese one, like that's totally up to you. But like, do a little less meat if you're gonna have like, you know, veggies and stuff like that. All right? You can hear it. Like if it's not making a lot of noise, that means it's not like cooking that well. So if it starts to sizzle, that's when you know you've got it. If it starts to pop, that means that you got too much. Okay, so all right, and everything's all set. Everything's all good. Take our cheese. Boom, boom. All right. Talk about Gringo tacos, dude. This is white boy as hell. A little cheese on there. And then while that's going, you'll notice it kind of softens, right? So look, already. And what we're going to do, take one side. And when you guys get like hands like mine, like you'll be able to like just touch it and do whatever. And again, getting the right thing for the right job, all right? Coming back, got our spat, and again using the same things, right? Using the same tools over and over again, and making sure that they're clean will make it so that you don't have to do as much dishes again. So, all right. So let's see, we're good, yeah. And you can smell like how hard, and if it starts really crackling, like it's way too high. So we'll crank it up just a little bit, and there you go, guys. Boom, 2 halves right there. Let them crisp up on one on each side, and then just we'll flip them, and then we'll be good. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Simone, Mia, hello, how are you? Shout out to everyone in the chat. Yeah, you guys have any questions, comments, concerns? Just want to say hi. Please let me know. I am happy to talk to you guys. I already got called Scooby-Doo Shaggy, so what's his name? Matthew Lillard, yeah, so you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm glad you're good, yeah. So again, we already flipped them. Again, that means that like if you flip and it's not that crispy, that means that heat's that high. And that's totally fine. What you want to do is just keep it going on one side and get that side crisp, and then flip it back over, and then you'll be good. So, over here. And we'll kind of speed it up because I know what I'm doing, so we'll kind of crank up the heat a little bit. That way we can get through this. And I'll show you guys how to put them all together, and we can talk. All right. Zoinks! Like Jinkies, man! Oh, no, that's Velma. Zoinks! Yeah, I do the walk, too, like... Been getting a good gut since this good eats these last couple of weeks. But yeah, there you go. Look at that. Nice and crispy. Oh yeah, those almost look like empanadas. But there you go, man. That's your Gringos tacos right there. And then you just crisp them off on both sides. Take it over here, right to your towel. Right? And then right back to it. Right? Get to your next one. Not a lot of oil, maybe like a tablespoon or so. And just keep cranking them out. We'll probably do like a couple of them, maybe until that meat's gone or whatnot. But yeah, just spinning it in that oil, right? Putting it off to the side like that. And then you'll see it's like really like popping. That means it's probably a little too hot. So we'll turn it down just a little bit. And then we'll just fast spoon this stuff out. But yeah, your temperature modification is going to be the biggest thing, is making sure your temp's not too hot, not too cold. That way you're getting a nice crisp on them, but not burning them. And there you go. I mean, dude, you do that 15 times, you've got 30 tacos. And then again, if it's too hot for you, just take your thing, press it. All right. Come over here, grab it underneath, press it. And there you go. And then as soon as you start to feel like underneath it, you guys will notice right underneath it gets really like hard. It's not pliable, right? It's still pliable right now, so what we're gonna do is flip this other one. Oh yeah, look at that, you guys. Sorry, you need 2 hands with this one. There we go. And you're kind of just like, you don't have to go crazy crispy, or you can. It's up to you. But look, there you go. You got that nice crispy outside, gooey on the inside. Oh, this looks good, man. And yeah, shout out to everyone being here, man. I appreciate you guys being here. Told you guys that I would do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and that's what we're going to do. So no matter if I feel bad or not, we're going to make it happen. No matter if I work or not. So shout out to you guys. If you guys are liking this, like and subscribe on your way out. I appreciate you guys. You know, and I'm thinking about either Wednesday or Friday doing a food cart video where I take it outside and I show you guys all the food carts that are around my house and show you some of the really good food. Man, it'll be really good. All right, so again, there you go. You know, and if you have any extra crumbs or anything like that, pour it in your sink. Come back here, right into it. Boom. There we go. Hey, I appreciate you, Felipe. Appreciate the sub, man. Thank you very much. Hope you guys are enjoying this. And yeah, like my goal is just to show you guys how you don't need to go out and eat all these things. You don't need to spend, you know, $50, $60 a day, you know, on food and whatnot. You guys can make really good food at home. And you don't need, you know, and you can make it really nice and cheap and affordable and feed everyone, you know, all your family members and stuff. So, you know. Just want to make sure you guys, you know, it's a rough economy out there. So, hey, I appreciate you, Grammys. Thank you for a sub. But yeah, it's a tough economy out there. And, you know, if you want to do the things that you want to do, you can't be spending all your money on food. You know what I mean? So, cook a couple times a week. Go out and enjoy a nice fancy dinner every once in a while, and you'll be good. But if you save that money, then you can go out and go to fancier places, you know. Go out to a nicer place instead of a couple of, like, mediocre spots. So... You know, it's your guys' money, you do what you want, but if you cook a couple times a week, you'd be surprised how much money you save. So, and there you go. Another 2 set right there. It's, ow, oil got the back of my leg. Ow. Alright, and there you go. I mean, this is pretty easy, guys. You know, you can crank this out in like half hour, make a shitload of them, and then you guys just cut up all the veg. Maybe the kids will cut up the veg or something like that. And look at that. And you got 6 of those bad boys. Looking pretty fucking fire. Alright, we're going to stop right there. I think we got enough for now. And yeah. And then look, like if you look, like everything's pretty much all done. We've got like 3 silverware. Look, and you just all wipe it off. And that way, that's why when you do it ahead of time, look, this was all our dish right here. Easy peasy. Okay? When you do it all ahead of time, then you can just enjoy the finished product. So, and again, having our dry and wet station, boom. Easy peasy. Again, putting everything back when we're done with it. Making sure the heat's off. Again, come back over here. And again, right? Instead of having to wipe it off and stuff, or having to clean it off with a sponge or anything, just put it over the sink. Woo! That is hot. There you go. Nice and clean. Ready to use again. Alright, I'm just putting everything away. Alright, tortillas, and then that's the basics. Is like, if you guys buy in bulk, you won't have to, like, you know what I mean? Like, buy a whole bunch of times, go grocery shopping a whole bunch of times. You know, just proper storage methods plus, you know, bulk buying plus cross-utilization of different types of meats for different dishes, you guys will be good. So, alright. And so this is where I like to, like, I would like plate it up or something like that. So if we wanted to do it a little bit fancier, so what we do is, right, and again, this is where I'd have, this is just kind of to show you, this is what I had, right? Onions, olives, I had some lime juice, some sour cream. I have some like spinach and stuff, but I don't want coleslaw on it. But you could, like, you can do pulled pork, barbecue pulled pork, and then you can make a coleslaw, and then you have pulled pork tacos. I mean, simple as that. So yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a chair. All right. That's where I like to sit with you guys and kind of just like talk to you guys, answer any of your guys' questions, you know, comments, concerns. Looks like yummy. Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm gonna get a better camera and stuff once we hit 500. I just want to do this all natural, show you guys some good stuff, and then when we get to 500 subs, I can like really show you guys some good stuff. and feel more motivated to really hit like beef Wellingtons and enchilada casseroles and like all the things you guys want to do. So we'll do that. And Wednesday, if you guys have any ideas for like some classical dish that you guys want to do, maybe like I don't know, like a sandwich, or I don't know, what's your guys' favorite like let's like lunch dish. Like, what's a good lunch dish for you guys? We could make like a mortadella sandwich, or we could do a hot beef sandwich. You could do Cubano. Cubano would be a good one to show you guys. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, so while you guys are talking about that, let's get this going. So what I do is I'll come over here. Oh, look at that, nice and gooey, guys. That is really nice. And shout out to all you guys being here, man. If you guys like this, you should make this. Like, this is really easy, really simple. This is one of my go-to dishes if I'm ever... Because, again, I'm a chef by trade. So it's like, when I come home, I just don't want something easy and quick. And this is easy and quick. If I wasn't talking to you guys and enjoying your company, I would have had this done in like 5-10 minutes. So, if you guys could do this at home, I think you really should. And yeah, you could add anything you want. Tomatoes, lettuce, onion, peppers, But yeah, look at that. Just however you want them, and then that way it's kind of like a freestyle. Usually I have a big plate and I have a bunch of different stuff on it and whatnot, but I mean, this is just if you have a bunch of stuff left over in your fridge and you don't want to go out and spend $40-$50 on like at least $10-$15 on tacos, right? Because nowadays it's probably like $3 to $5 for 2 tacos, which is crazy to me. But we can make 10 tacos for probably less than $5-$10. I mean, that's just me. Whatever. What do I know? But yeah, and then you're just building, man. Just however you want. One with, one without. Boom. There you go. Look at this, you guys. Nice, crispy, crunchy, saucy. Oh, yeah. There you go, guys. And yeah, you could add queso fresca. You can add anything like that. So, where are all the white women at? They are at work. So yeah. I've been working a double shift today, so better make them work a little bit too. But hey, cheers, guys. So again, I don't like to eat on, but I'll eat one bite because I know there's some weirdos out there that like that. So cheers. Oh man, the two differences between the two tacos, like the soft taco and the like crispy hard taco, that is good. Yeah, like the button, please. If you guys, it's super easy. Just double tap to like it. I don't ask for much, just like it, put it up in the algorithm, just give it a double tap. Don't have to do much, and if you don't, totally fine. I used to have pets. We have a family dog, but she's over at my girlfriend's mom's house, so I'm going to chew this really quick so I don't chop and yap. There you go, guys. I mean, what would you think, like, 10 of these tacos, right? We got 6 of them. Let's say 6 tacos, right, fully loaded, plus like a fresca. Like, how much do you guys think that would be? I have a pretty good guess, but how much do you think it would be if you went to a restaurant and bought like 6 taco plate, which usually they come with 3, 6 taco plate and fresca drink? Let me know in the chat, and I'll tell you how much I spent on this. Oh man, that is really just missing a little bit of fucking vodka or tequila. Jeez Louise says $30. Yeah, I could see that. $30, yeah. 2 plates of tacos, fully loaded, plus like that. Add a little bit of rum, man. Yeah, that's like $35. Plus tip, right? Getting there, going there, sitting there, wasting the time. Like, you guys, this is just a no-brainer. And shout out to all you guys being here. I appreciate you guys liking. We got over 116 so far joining right now, but I really appreciate you guys. I hope you guys like this. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Why go out and spend, and you can just buy some lettuce in bulk, buy it and do proper storage. Yeah, $35, Felipe. Yeah, I'd say probably like $25 to $30 with like tip, with like all the extra stuff and doing that. Yeah, like, and then you add like some tequila, right? You go and get a 5th, or what are those little pints of tequila, or a pint or whatever. Each shot, again, buying in bulk. In one of these days, I'm gonna get a graph where it like shows like if you buy in bulk, each one of your meals costs way less. And so what happens is you're spending $100 on groceries, but you're getting 15 meals out of those groceries, right? Whereas if you go and you spend $100 at the food restaurants and stuff like that, you're getting 2 to 3 meals. I mean, it's just the math doesn't math, you guys. So Hey, shout out to CJ. What's up, Richard? Richard Pryor? I don't know. Daisy Ordonez says, looks so good. Yeah, thank you. Ordonez, sorry. I'm trying to get all these names right. But yeah, no, I mean, this is easy, you guys. And if I were to tell you how much I spent, right? I've already bought in the tortillas. I already had the meat. Again, I showed you guys. Look, I'll show you again, right? So buying in bulk, when you have all of these, right? You take out these hamburger patties, right? And this was like 20 bucks at most. It came with like 15. So you think 20 divided by 15, that's like maybe like 89 cents or something like that per, or however much you guys do the math. 125, something like that, right? So I mean, like, you're paying $1.25 for a burger instead of paying $5 for a pound of burger, right? And then the tortillas you buy in bulk. You get two big things. I'll show you guys again. And if you go back in our channel, you can see we've made a bunch of tacos a bunch of different times. You'll see the difference, right? We made a bunch of different tacos, like at least 30 tacos, and this is still how many we have left. And this came in a 2-pack right there. So that was like $10, right? So every time you buy something, you have to really think about what you're going to use it for. Are you going to use tortillas for just cheese? Or are you going to, like, are you specific? Like, you got to cross-utilize certain things. Use tortillas, right? You can put leftover meat that you had from the other night, or using your leftover pieces and stuff and chopping it up and putting it into something different makes a huge difference. So that's pretty much what this is about, is just show you guys that you don't have to rely on restaurants to feed yourself. I know a lot of people, they feed themselves. It's good, but you know, if you look at a lot of people's spendings to last longer. Hey, Lucy, you got it. I'm going right now. I'm going to check that out and see if that works. Right into the freezer. Beep. Boop. Yeah, if you got, like I said, if you guys have questions, comments, and stuff like that, I'd love to hear them and whatnot. So, you know, I'm big on this. After this is like my kind of chilling and listening to go, whatnot. Pablo Escobar. Yeah, I do have your money, man. It is in the mail. Just look for Matthew Lillard at shaggy.com. So, shout out to you. Lucy, my Mexican grandmother, is rolling over in her grave right now. I don't know if it's because I made these tacos or if it's because he put them in the freezer, or I put it in the freezer too. So, shout out to you guys. I like visiting your. Yeah, you know how it goes, man. Dijon, man, you know, if you could cook for yourself, you wouldn't have to visit my mom. So it is what it is. But yeah, no. So this is just to show you guys, like, you know, if you look at your spending, you're going out to eat all the time, man, and it gets pretty crazy out there. You know, it's like nowadays, like going out to McDonald's even is like $20-$30. It's fucking crazy. So, yeah. So this is just my way, like a chef, is basically to show you guys that you don't have to go and spend exorbitant prices to get really good food. You can just do it yourself. And as a white boy, you know, I'm making tacos. I'm making Monte Cristos last time. You know, all these different things. Like, if I can do it, you guys can do it too. And I know I'm a professional chef, and it is what it is. But I think the best thing to do is to really mitigate your money for the more important things, like going and taking care of your family, health problems, going out to vacation. Like, those are more important. If you just like took 3 days, 4 days at most, and didn't eat out, you could use all that money and just put, instead, like, imagine yourself going to dinner, how much you would spend, put that $50, $60 into a bank or into like a little pot or something like that. At the end of the week, boom, you have $240 that you saved. Now you can go to either a fancy restaurant, or you can go to a vacation spot, or you can, you know, invest. Like, you know, sad to say, like, we are humans and we need nourishment. And the problem is like, if you're spending all your money on nourishment, which is an empty, in my opinion, like the two things, smoking, drinking, and the drugs and food are the two things that just like keeps going in, that you don't get anything out. It just goes away. So why would you want to spend all your money on something that's just a natural cause, or a natural thing in life, instead of like just doing the bare minimum to feed yourself? You don't have to go out to Salt Bay and spend like $1,000 on a freaking gold steak that you could probably do for $50 yourself. So just teach yourself the right tools and you'll be able to do it. So yeah, just dreaming. I do plenty of things that would piss my grandma off. LMAO. Yeah, shout out to you. But yeah, no, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, let me know. Usually this time I try not to drone on because I want it to be nice and concise and that you guys can show it. Yeah, shout out to you, Jin. Appreciate you, bud. Yeah, if you guys like and subscribe, all that good stuff, I really appreciate you guys. Helps me want to keep going. Like it, especially, just a double tap. It's not that hard, and you guys on your way out, just give me a double tap. Just pretend you want to smash my face in, just, it's totally fine with me. But yeah, eating out or gringo tacos, worse. I mean, dude, if you could taste these are fucking delicious. Again, it doesn't have to just be onions and olives. It could be, what I usually do. Like I said, I take a big plate like this. I'll have shredded lettuce. I'll have onions. I'll have avocado, tomatoes, olives, cilantro, sour cream, like the whole 9 yards. So it's up to you guys. How long do you cooking? I think Felipe meant how long have I been cooking? It about 12 years, 13 years now. Um, Started as a dishwasher and worked my way up. Never went to culinary school. Within 2 months, I became the manager at a location, and just kept pushing from there, working 12, 14-hour days, 6 hour days, or 6 days a week, 12 to 14-hour days, and then yeah, just kept going really hard and pushing. So yeah, started from the bottom. Now we're here. How tall am I? Pirated. What is it? Pirated Rain World asked. I am 6'3", 6'4", something like that. It's pretty tall. Um, yeah, it's fun. Jeez Louise says, I ate 3 gross tacos and a nasty bowl of tacos this weekend. A bowl of tacos, that's funny. Spent $75. Young teenagers were the cooks. That was a red flag. I should have known better. Yeah. Jeez Louise says a good point. It's like, especially if you see a lot, because I've worked in a lot of kitchens, and a lot of kitchens have a lot of problems. You know what I mean? Their standard of operations and stuff like that, is not there a lot of the times. And shout out to you, Pirated. Yeah, no, not easy mode, man. Because they all want like $100,000. Let me go back to what I was saying. But yeah, no, like these kids, they just throw them in there. They give them $18, $16 an hour, and just throw them in with the nearest cook, and then say good luck. And then they don't have any care or ambition to it. And obviously, there's levels. There's bars, breweries, finer dining establishments, stuff like that. But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, unless you go to a place that's like kind of known to have really good chefs, not cooks, you know what I mean? But some of the lowest like starred rating stuffs tend to be the best food, because I always say, it tends to be that, and this is kind of sounds bad, but I do find that Middle Eastern places tend to be the dirtiest because their standards of operations aren't as tight. Again, not all of them, but just a majority of them. If you see a Euro place, like they have the frozen shawarma thing that's sitting there. Not a lot of times is it being rotated and whatnot because they're not going as fast. More of the times than anything, it's not even about where it is. It's about how busy they are. So if they're really a big place, but it looks like they're not having a lot of business, what it is that they're not rotating their product and they're not selling enough of their product. And so what they do is they have, again, bad standards of operations, and what they do is they'll sell you something that's over the day that it's supposed to be sold, because usually a thing has like a tape with it that says the date on it. If it's over 7 days, sometimes they'll use that just to save money, or they won't even know that it's over date. They just grab, because that's what happens. They just keep grabbing, and I've seen that 1,000 times. I'm like, dude, you cannot sell that stuff. Did you smell that? And that's what they usually do. They just like they don't notice. They're just here, hand to the thing and whatever. They don't smell it. They don't taste it. They don't have any kind of passion for it. So and again, Pirated, it's not easy mode, man. Like nowadays girls want $100,000. They want like the best looking and best everything like that. So I'm lucky with what I get, man. I'm just happy to it does help being a chef, because it kind of it saves money, because then I can just like cook on our first meal. And then the second part of that is like, dude, chicks love dudes. Even, I mean, chicks love, the quickest way to a dude's heart is through his stomach, but chicks really love it when you're self-sufficient. You know what I mean? When you can like, hey, here's a ribeye, you know what I mean? Or hey, here's like a nice thing. Or like, if what I usually do is I'll gauge them without even like thinking about it. I'll be like, oh, what's your favorite dish? And then I'll find out what it is and I'll make it for them. And I'll try and do it better than it is. So that's another way. Want to hear about a new salad? I don't know. Depends on what salad it is, Lucy. Shout out to you, backyard, yeah. But yeah, guys, so we're just going to go until the hour mark, and I appreciate you guys being here, seeing this stuff, and this is just the chat stuff. So any questions, comments, concerns, anything you guys want to tell me I look like someone, tell me I look like anything like that, I am happy to take the love and hate. So if you guys are going to be leaving in the next while, just, like and subscribe on the way. Just pretend you're smacking my glasses, like, just give it a couple taps and we'll be good. Let's see. I'm a trained chef and BA in home economics. Worked as a pastry chef after I retired. Yeah, a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll retire and they have a job where it's basically cooking is one of those things where you like if you find the right position, you can just sit back and make some pastries. You don't have to do line cooking and whatnot. You can do a prep job, you know what I mean, where it's not as like stressful and whatnot, and you can make some pretty good money. Down the road when we get bigger, I want to basically do a thing where I'm going to be in my chef outfit and I'm going to do an interview with you guys, and I'm going to ask you the questions that a chef would ask, because I really think a lot of people would benefit for having a cook job, because nowadays, especially in big metro cities, they're paying $18 to $20 an hour with tips. Tends to be like $23 to $25 an hour. So, and that's off the books too, depending on where you go. They do tip share. So yeah, so like if you guys are having a hard time, and that's almost $50,000 right there, a year. So if you guys are making under $50,000, I think it'd be a really good idea for you guys to look in some areas around you and just get in as like a busser, dishwasher, line cook or something, and then learn the trade. And you give 2 years of it dedicated. By then, you'll have enough experience. 3 years. Let's say you spend 5 years, right? And like most places, you need a degree, you need all this different stuff, all this training and whatnot, and they just want people to get in there, especially after the cough. And so yeah, so if you just get in there, bust your ass for like 2 to 3 years, like then you could apply for a sous chef job, get into that part, and then you can start building it bigger and bigger, and work towards that $100,000 or whatever you need to get a girl, or just self sustain. I mean, it's a pretty expensive cities. I used to place. Byron says I used to place out decomposing wood so that I could have jelly ear mushrooms. They were tasty in soups. Yeah, I'm in Portland too, so like they have a lot of places that like they'll do farmers markets and stuff like that. So you get a lot of like farm to table type venues and whatnot, and they're delicious, but they're a little costly. But it's really nice because it's a rotational menu. It's never the same thing. It's whatever's in season. Artichokes could be good, and the next week they're not good, or they ran them out, and so they'll go out and they'll get some fresh new products and make a whole different menu. So I've worked for a couple of those places, and they're super awesome. But man, it is hard when you're like just a line cook and you're just trying to put it all out. Now do the cost of rent. Yeah, no, totally. Like the cost of rent going up, like everything is going up, and the pay isn't going good. It's not going up alongside of it. So if you can save money making food, if you can make money making food, I mean, honestly, you could make a career out of food. You guys can start a cooking channel or anything like that. Like go and do food trucks like we're going to do on Friday. So there's 1,000 things you can do with food. And if you have the experience for it, dude, like at least you can literally in a year, like 6 months, I guarantee in 6 months, if you just stay at a place, you can argue for $20 an hour. If you're only making like 20,000, 30,000, boom, that's $40,000 that you can make a year if you work 40 hours a week. Okay, so I mean, if you guys can work up from there and get to 25, boom, that's 50. Boom, next 30, 60. You know what I mean? So having that experience makes a big difference. I want on your shorts expecting chef content, but you're low key just a professional gambler. Yeah, that was an old one, pirate. Yeah, that was like me trying to figure out what my niche would be. I'm not big on like gambling as much. I've always been a chef, and so I was just gambling a lot, and I was kind of not gambling a lot, but you know what I mean, gambling enough to where I was like making some videos. And I got to it, and it's just like I lost like $2,000 or something like that over like a year or something. And I was just like, this isn't worth the, because it was good views, but the problem is like you see those, because again, like getting onto YouTube is really, because again, I haven't gambled in like maybe a couple weeks, at least, honestly. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things where it's like you have to try and find a niche, and I was seeing like gambling content being pushed, and so I was like, oh, let me put $20, $30, and then yeah, got to 2,000, and I was like, all right, I'm done. So once I was done with that, then I can focus on that. So yes, you will see. I just didn't want to lose those views and stuff. I could have just started a new channel, but I already had those subs, and it's not easy getting to 50, and so I figured I would try a different one. And this seems like it's going way better, and then I don't have to be a degenerate gambler. So shout out to you, Pirate, for noticing that, but that is very true. People don't joke around or anything in here, huh? Dreamer, I'm down to joke around. You guys joke around all you want. I love, like, I'm not one of those softies. You guys can be as real as you want, blown as you want. Like, we'll have a good time. I enjoy Fresh and Fit. I enjoy certain different things. I enjoy the darker side of humor and stuff. So, yeah, I'm all about jokes, too. So, if you guys have some stuff you want to say in there, you will not, there are no mods. This is just beginning. If you guys want to talk shit, have fun. This is not for children. This is for you guys. This is a real, raw podcast where we're making food, we're making jokes, and we're having a good time. So if you guys want to tell some jokes in there that, go for it, man. I have no problem with it. I mean, I've already been called Matthew Lillard. I already was told that I looked like a homeless or the poor white boy. Like, I'm good with it, guys. Yeah. Yeah, no softy, this boy hard. Yeah, no pun intended, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, man, like, I'm all about it. Yeah, I appreciate you. And this will go bigger. This is just like to start and to get people interested and enjoy. So the more you guys like and subscribe, the bigger I can grow and the more better studio and products and better, because I want to do it live. I don't want to pre-record like all these assholes do. I want to get it to you real, raw, have a great time. We're going to go out and we're going to go to food trucks. We're going to go out to restaurants. We're going to do all that together. So it's going to be a live streaming business. I want to show you guys how to feed yourselves, feed your families, take some of the things that I know and I experience and give you guys some good sauce, right? Because that's what this is about at the end of the day. Getting you guys to save your money for more important things than food. So the more you guys like and subscribe and get me closer to 1,500, the closer and better and more products I can give you guys. You know what I'm saying? So the bigger we grow, the harder we fry. I like that. The bigger we grow, the harder we fry. Yo, that needs to be a t-shirt right there. Yeah, hey, shout out to you, Wildcard47. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, the bigger we grow, the harder we fry. I like that. Yo, shout out to you guys. Yeah, so just so you guys know, this is like the end of it. We're just kind of chilling. Any last questions, comments, concerns, any ways that you want to get better as a chef, any ways that you need help getting to be a chef, any tips of the trades that you guys want to give me, I'm always down. And hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you subscribing and liking. But yeah, any guys that have questions, comments, concerns, we'll probably kick this out at 105. So I appreciate you guys being here. You can be in Ant's World right now, and you're here with me. This is new. Eventually, we're going to get a nice, tight one. That way you won't take up all of that. And again, the more that we get this, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, possibly Saturday every once in a while. But we are going to be solidified at least once a day for an hour a day between 12 and 4 p.m. Until then, it is going to be then. So if you guys are coming back and you're resubscribing, 12 to 4 is going to be the time, and then we're going to lock it down from there and start to really get into it, right? We're going to make breakfast times. We're going to make dinner times. We're going to go out to eat. We're going to have a good time, and then you guys can kind of see a little bit of the city that I live in, Portland, and see all the awesome food that it has to do. All right. Pirated, what do you rate this recipe I used to make? Take 2 slices of medium cut bread and toast it. Slather both sides with mayonnaise. Then take 2 slices of really juicy tomatoes and put them down. Fry and egg and bacon, place bacon and egg on, and take hot pepper. Jesus Christ, dude. Hold on, guys. Pirates, he's still typing. Yeah, that sounds like one of those sandwiches that Charlie makes. You know what I mean? And then he puts it on the radiator. He's like the cheese on the outside and the peanut butter on the inside. Hot pepper and vinegar mixture. Yeah, like a geared. What is that called? Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, no, I mean, that sounds great, man. It sounds like an Italian sandwich right there. If you put in, like, instead of the bacon, I would do, like, a mortadella slice or a bologna slice and fry that shit up. Bro, that would be perfect. Let them cook. Yay. Think about this. No, totally, yeah. So, I don't know. I just want to start having some good combos and stuff. And guys, whatever raw deals you guys want to make, man, if we get suspended for it, it is what it is. You guys won't get in trouble. I will. So you guys want to talk dirty, we could talk dirty, I used to make it. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. So I think that's a great one. I think I would just switch it out with a mortadella or a bologna, but that's up to you. So, all right, guys, any last questions, any comments, concerns? Just so you know, this recipe, super easy. No reason that you guys can't make this. I mean, just even if you're doing it as like a snack after, so you don't have to spend another 10-15 over on some taquitos from freaking 7-Eleven, man. Eat some good food. Eat this stuff. This is gonna be good. And don't worry, this stuff will be eaten after you guys leave. But yeah, so this is basically it. Let's say the last one, when the YouTube streamer is actually really chill and later, but doesn't come off as a total douche. Yeah, no, totally. Laid back, yeah, sorry. No, man, like, I'm just a real dude. Like, like, if you like Fresh and Fit or not, there is one thing that I like to take from it is, like, they're real dudes inside out. If you have a problem with it, is what it is. But I just think it's nice that there are some YouTubes out there that keep it real, and I want to be one of those people. I want to be straight with you. I want to be blunt. I'm going to tell you guys the real thing that I think. I'm not going to hold anything back. We're not going to be like any of these soy boys or these like betas and stuff like that that are like, I'm going to, it's not about the feels, it's about the reels. I do Uber driving as well, and so I already have to hold that back enough as it is. If I get a blue haired whatever in there, so I'm as you can see, there's a reason I'm wearing red, you guys. Yeah, they are clowns, man. But it's just like the message that they speak is big, and they're not even clowns. It's just like they're YouTubers or podcasters. I subscribe to them. If you don't, then it is what it is. If you like them, you do, and if you don't, it's fine. But I think that there's one thing that you could take from those people, and Myron especially. He's a real G. When you see him in his IRL, he's doing the same stuff, and maybe he's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a persona, but. My thing is that I think it's really more important to get back to like having some real content makers, you know what I mean? Not having people just fake for internet, and then you find out like they've been lying the whole time. So if you're true up front, then man, there's nothing to hide. And if you're a liar, eventually you're gonna get caught in a lie. So why make extra work for me, man? I'm just gonna be upfront with you guys, and if you like the content, you rock with it, and if not, we're gonna be straight up with it. So as long as you guys are having fun, that's all I care about. As long as you guys are learning, laughing, living, having some good food, I don't care what you guys do. My problems are so deep that there's nothing I can do but just keep living, and hopefully one day I'll be rich enough to deal with them. Hey man, pirated, like honestly, just, live life the way you can. Don't let anyone hold you back. Try and make as much money as you can, but really it's about just involving yourself in something that you love. I love food, I love people, and I love to give people good food. So I figured I could make a job out of that. And if you build a career off of that, man, it's just you never get screwed over in a day in your life. And some days it is hard, some days it's $2,500 worth of food being put out. I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? But it's worth it, because then I see that little kid being held in his mom's arms walking by saying, thank you, pizza man or chef man or something, like makes my day. So it's a very thankless job, but at a certain point, thanks for the week. But yeah, so I just wanted you guys to know that I appreciate you guys. This is going to be a real cooking channel. We're going to have real discussions, real talks, and then eventually when we get to a point where we can have a little bit more, when we get super chats and stuff like that, and I can start investing into the channel more, I can give you guys some real primo content, and it'll all be live, and we won't do any of this fake edited bullshit that people put out there, because that's not what we're about. We're going to give you real, live, good food, good talks, good people, and I hope down the road I can start being with other people and show you guys their talents and stuff like that, and then we can show kitchens and we can do all this stuff. But the way that we can do that is if you guys like and subscribe. If you double tap like you were smacking me in the face and my beard, right? Just smack my beard. If you hit that twice, man, that like button will push us up, and we can get bigger faster, and then we can, like I said, get bigger faster and fry harder. You know what I mean? So we'll finish it up here in these next 2 minutes. Last question. What is your favorite sandwich? Mine is Reuben. Reuben is one of my favorites for sure, but if I had to pick one, chopped cheese. Chopped cheese is one of my favorites for sure, because it just is everything perfect in a sandwich. It's like a hamburger on a sandwich, but a little bit better. I'd say that or a mortadella sandwich. Mortadella is just so freaking good. You get all the different types of meats, prosciutto, soppressata. You can do a bunch of different stuff, yeah. Hey, shout out to you, Jin. You're an awesome dude. Again, this is going to be a real podcast, so keep coming back. We'll give you guys some real deal things. It's not about the feels, it's about the reels. Give you some better angles, better stuff, and we'll make sure that we're having a good time while we do it. Wednesday, our next thing, I think we'll do it later in the day, because I've done a lot of breakfast. I want to do some later shows with dinners type stuff, so maybe we'll do like enchiladas or something like that. So if you guys comment in the section below when the video pops out, if you guys could just give it a quick like, that'd be awesome. If not, I appreciate you guys being here. In the meantime, I just want you guys to know that I am here for you. If you guys need anything, questions, comments, concerns, need any life advice or anything, I'm not the best person to ask, but I will help the best I can. So with that said, I will say what I always say: eat well, be well, live well. Eat well, be well. Sounding like fresh. Eat well, be well, live well. If you guys do those things, I promise you guys will have a great time. You guys are awesome. Thanks for rocking with me on your way out. Like and subscribe if you like the content. You guys are awesome. See you on Wednesday. Peace.